a student TV station is like making a glass of squash. You can't have too much of the good stuff, you've got to dilute it. You know, if we put out too much high quality content, you know, that would be unfair on other stations, be unfair on our viewers, you know, our loyal fan base, because they'd have to watch like every video. If the 12 Days of Christmas was the squash, then the sandwich review was supposed to be the water.
The sandwich review came about out of sheer desperation, I think. We needed to fill up 12 days of content. We didn't have 12 days of content. We dragged out drunk students for 3 days anyway. So we were trying to think of more creative ideas, and why not test the sandwiches in Boots and Spar, because that's all we ever eat. So we got a group of people together, we got a wide selection of sandwiches, and we turned the camera on.
I mean, none of us were friends up until then, and then we were friends for the 10 minutes we were filming, and to be honest, I haven't seen them since.
There was so much chemistry. I mean, like, the commentary was going on, everyone was getting along, they were talking about the sandwiches, it was funny.
So for reasons beyond our control, we couldn't use the footage. I'm not actually at liberty to disclose what happened to the original footage. I did sign an NDA. Maybe if we leave the EU, I might be able to tell you.
The thing about lightning in a bottle is that you can only catch it once. If you can even catch lightning in a bottle, I don't know how that works.
So we decided to try and recreate the video on another day, but another day brought another problem.
No one was free, apart from Christina, obviously.
It's not hard to get Christina to appear in a video. She does sleep in the studio sometimes.
I mean, I love sandwiches, so I was there.
So we had Christina and Sahil together, and we felt like, oh, maybe we could do like pairs, you know, and we could like try that different type of dynamic. And then Martin said he was around, so we thought, oh, like maybe we could pair Martin and Sunny.
I can't believe I was almost in it. It's like almost boarding the Titanic. My life could have been completely different. Now, with this sandwich review, I have the skills, culinary skills, the expertise to eat a sandwich.
I was told that it was going to be huge. Better than Varsity, and that's a big deal to some people, you know?
It was never going to be as big as Varsity. I don't know why he said that.
But that couldn't happen. We couldn't get Martin there, so it just ended up Sonny speaking on his own.
How do you feel about that?
It was a shambles.
Ah, the sandwiches. The sandwiches. Yeah, I remember eating them. I remember reading a lot about the different ingredients in the sandwiches.
Wensleydale cheese.
I'll be honest, some of them weren't that great.
So I tried editing the footage together, but the mic wasn't working on Christina and Sahil, so a lot of their footage you couldn't hear. So that left me with a lot of footage of Sunny.
So we were back to the drawing board, take 3 now, and at this point Ellie did leave the project due to creative differences. Don't want to go into it. It was just getting really hard, so this is when Katie swept in and saved the day.
This station and the media and ideas and concepts that fill the world is like a garden. It is my job as chief gardener to come and pour my creativity onto that rose. And some people bloom, some people don't. That's the way the world works. I don't really know where I'm going with this, but a rose in full bloom is, as the Westlife song says, you know, a rose. And it was at that point that I had the best idea since sliced bread.
So it was a Sunday when we finally filmed what is the sandwich review. Katie was around, I was just wanted to get it over and done with, so I did it, and John Mark was on campus.
Well, what first happened is I was sitting down in the library, minding my business, finishing my essay for December, you know, like the Friday was due, and I get this urgent message, can anybody come and do a sandwich review urgently? Help is needed. And I'm like, what the fuck, again? Didn't they do like 3 of them already? And I was like, all right, fine, I'll help. I'm a good person. Let's go and do this.
We had the perfect setup, the perfect cast. All we needed was the sandwiches. Sometimes in this business we have to make tough decisions. We have to say and do things that I don't want to do. But when it comes to pure talent and creativity, these decisions must be made.
We use the same sandwich for all of them. Oh my god, it feels so good to get that off my chest.
So I'm like, one sandwich, so am I going to review one sandwich 5 times? They're like, no, you need to be acting. And I'm like, acting? Me? I'm like, yeah, well, we all start somewhere, so this is my shot. So I was like, I'll go for it.
We had the sandwich that was the same sandwich in each shop, and we had to create the illusion that they were different sandwiches.
One sandwich.
Yeah.
And they ate 4 sandwiches in that video.
Yeah, they pretended that it was like the same.
That's not okay, right? You are lying. You have like a duty of care to the viewers, and if you try to trick people, that's sort of like being a con artist, and I can't stand for that. This was Katie's idea, right?
So I would be eating, and I would distinctly remember this one part where I was eating, and I was like, maybe we should make it have cranberry in it. And I remember just sitting there eating, you know, and then Katie counts down 3, 2, 1, and I'm like, cranberry, I taste it. So like, you know, we worked well as a team.
You know, it's Katie in it. You know, she's going to be like, oh, I'm going to come in and save everything. And Katie had her own idea. But I just think that like student TV is about integrity, you know, and the fact that we lied to our viewers, you know, sort of suggests that we don't have any respect for our viewers, you know, that we were going to like think that they would think that one sandwich was 4 different sandwiches. I just think it's a bit of a cheap move, but not out of character for Katie.
Regret is a strong word for a situation like this. I think in my position, a tough decision had to be made, and I made that decision. And I think we pulled it off, and it was one of the best videos. So no, I don't regret it. I think it was handled very creatively, and we have faced something together now that not many people face.
I mean, when they told me the first footage wasn't going to be used, it hurt. I mean, these things happen, and like, not to be dramatic or anything, but it felt like that they really like ripped my heart out and just trampled all over it, to be honest.
It happens. I'm pretty sure that I was added into the pool of reviewers for, you know, diversity's sake anyway. But like, whatever, man. It happens. It's not like I'm bitter about it.
Do you think you'll pursue a career in acting after this?
Oh yeah, definitely. I think I'm an expert now. Look at the sandwich review if you haven't. Have to see it. Worth doing it. This is where all people start. Pretty sure Matt Damon started a sandwich review at some point, but you know.
This was filmed 3 times, 4 times. Out of the 4 times it was filmed, I was at 3 of them. Am I in the video? Find any evidence I was ever there. It's actually a bit heartbreaking, and like, I'm not trying to be bitter because we have to put out the best content we can, but I'm really heartbroken I'm not in the final cut of Sandwich Review.
Tell you what, joke's on them. Yeah, because I actually got to eat the sandwiches while they pretended. What a scandal.
This year we were not given lemons all the time, so we couldn't always make lemonade. But when we did get like 1 lemon, I think we just ran with it, you know?
I have developed as a leader. I have my creativity was there beforehand. To be honest, I've honed it in. I mean, my talent can't be controlled, but I've shared it with other people, and I've watched people learn from me, and that is something that is so valuable. That's the best part of being a leader, because you see people looking at you and wishing they were you, and that's something that comes with great responsibility.
Looking back at it, I feel like it really it kind of encapsulates what NSTV is, what the whole 12 Days of Christmas is.
We walked away with 0 NaSTAs, but you know what? We walked away with 1 million memories. You tell me what matters more.